I wanted to apologize. This dog is snoring, and you can hear it in the video. Um, but I didn't want to wake him up. Pretty sure he's on his last days, so I don't wanna ruin his sleep. So sorry. You can hear him snoring in the background. I apologize about that. Hello. I don't know what the date is today. I'm very bad with keeping track of the date. I've been bad at it since we went into the hospital, or I went into the hospital. But Candace has also been bad at it, and because she was there for everything, and so all the dates just blur into one. So I don't know what the date is. Sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing. You guys probably know what the date is. Something I'm gonna try and do is work on my eye contact, because I watched the last video and I noticed that I kept looking to the corner, and I do that when I talk to people too. And it's I don't know, it's like almost like a nervous tick that I picked up, or a nervous tick that I developed since the stroke. Like, I don't know really why I do it. So I'm gonna try and focus on maintaining eye contact, and then not do that too much. Yeah, I don't know. I think things have been going really good. I've had a couple of therapies, physical therapy, speech therapy, and that's two. Physical therapy, speech therapy, and what is? I always forget this one. Occupational. And I feel like they've gone good. I don't know if, maybe I'll get into this later. So yeah, occupational therapy. And I've had 2 of each of those since the last video. And I feel like there's a lot of improvement. I don't know if my therapists are telling me there's a lot of improvement, because they tell everyone that, but I personally feel improvement, like, on my side, and so I have been loving it. Let me think. Yeah, and then I feel like I'm trying to get as much of my life back as I can. So the reality is, at least for most people, is that they never get it back. What you once had before, you will never have again. So so the goal is to try and get as much of that as possible. And I am in a fortunate position, I'm in a fortunate scenario, that I've gotten a lot of stuff that most stroke patients don't get back, and I think we've talked about it before, but like speech and a lot of movement, and so I have to keep that in mind, because as I'm trying to get things back, I think it's possible that I'll get upset if I don't get something back. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like driving, or just certain capabilities that I had before. That it's possible that it doesn't come back, but I feel like it's made pretty good progress. In fact, I started I'm starting practicing with a driving simulator again, because I did it before my surgery, and I feel way better now than I did before my surgery. So we're gonna practice tomorrow on a simulator, then hopefully take a driving test next week. I may not pass, but I mean, it'll at least, if I don't pass, then I'll be able to gauge where I'm at. But I've been with Candace, and I swear, if I don't pass and she's allowed on the road, that just doesn't make any sense, because her driving, I love Candace. I love my wife. I'm very grateful for her. But if she's allowed on the road, then I have to be, right? I have to be. I guess no one's ever driven with her. She's not a terrible driver. She's not the worst driver, that's for sure. But I think I'd be a better driver in my condition now, in a lot of different ways. I think the biggest worry is my reaction time, because in case of, I could cause an accident if my reaction time is as slow as it is right now. So that's the thing we're working on at therapy, and then we'll take a test, I think. But also at therapy, we started working on, we didn't start working on, but I guess let me backtrack and say a story. So for most of you guys know, I play music. Like, I played music. I'm not great, but I enjoy music. I enjoy singing, I enjoy playing, but since the stroke, the chords have all been backwards, very backwards. Like when I go to play like a G, I'll make a chord formation with my fingers, and it'll be the wrong chord. It'll be like a D or a C, and so it's not backwards, it's mixed up. It's as if my memory bank, the part in my brain that holds the chords and the chord formations, were like put into a box and shuffled around, you know what I mean? And then given back to me. And so it was making music very frustrating. So I just gave up. I was like, I don't want to deal with this. I can just listen to music and enjoy it that way. And I had no problem with that. And then I had my surgery, and I never went back to music. And then my occupational therapist was like, would you like to play guitar again? And I was like, no, I think I'm done with that. And then he didn't listen to me and forced me to play guitar. But the chords started coming back, like while I was playing it, because he plays it. And so he was like, let's play a song, let's just try it. And so we try it. And then the chords started coming back, and I started playing I'm Yours by Jason Mraz. And it's weird because I wasn't listening to I'm Yours. That must have been just one of the easy songs for me, because I hadn't listened to it. No one was like, hey, play I'm Yours. He just handed me a guitar. He said, well, let's play play me a G chord. So I played him a G chord, and he was just going through the basics, you know, the very easy, simple ones. He's like, play a G, and I played a G, and then he's like, actually, why don't you try playing a D too? So I played a D, and then I started playing, and then he started singing I'm Yours, and everything just started to come back, like I wouldn't even say it was like, it wasn't even like clear. I don't think clear was the right word, because I wasn't even like thinking about it. Like it just, like I just started playing and singing, and it's like really weird. Like it wasn't like foggy then clear. It was foggy, and then it was like better than clear. It was like foggy. Then not only was it a clear day, but it was on a beach, and there was ice cream, and you know, there was kids playing, and like it was much more than just foggy and clear. It was like detailed, like. And so I started playing, and then he made me play I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4 by Plain White T's. He made me play that, and then he made me play some Coldplay, because then he asked Candace, like, what songs, what are things that he used to play a lot of, and she said Coldplay, and so I started playing Coldplay, and like I couldn't think of the song, I couldn't even think of the lyrics, I couldn't think of the rhythm before, but then I just read the chords. It was like G, I think it was like a B minor 7 or something. And so I just started playing that, and then slowly the song fully came back, and I started playing the whole song, and he was like, you know, my therapist was even like, you're playing things that aren't on the chord sheet. These are clearly, and you're playing the song different than I've heard. These are like your style. Like this is in somewhere locked in your brain. This is how you play the song, and that was really cool. So if you're watching and you've heard me play songs before, I don't really remember what songs I used to play. I asked Candace, and I think she smiled, which isn't an answer, but I love it, so I just accepted it. But that's a terrible answer if that was her answer. I think that was her answer. Actually, it's not a terrible answer. I love that answer. But it doesn't answer the question, but I still like the answer. So I'm asking, if you guys have heard me play music, what's a song or two that I used to play, and then I'm gonna try and relearn it and see if it comes back like that Coldplay song did. Yeah. And so I'm gonna play a song right now, because it's just I thought music was done, you know. And then my therapist was telling me that like the way the brain works, that with things like music, there's a part of when we learn it, it stores it in a very deep archive, and that oftentimes our brain never forgets that music, and it's kind of really cool. Candace started crying. What a baby. I would have definitely started crying if I was in her position, but I wouldn't be in her position because she gave up on music. Candace. So I'm gonna play a song. Yeah, I'm gonna play a song. heart that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back before the cool down run out. I'll be giving you my best. Is there nothing's gonna stop me? Divine intervention. I reckon this again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Do 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 do. Ooh, better believe I'm yours. Open up your eyes, see like me. Open up your plans and damn you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment. People dance and sing. We're just one big family. It's your God for cigarette to be loved.